we have over 1,000 agencies using us, and in order to push out something new, that would be a drastic change. It really needs to make sure to be super stable. And now connected. So if I come in here and I change to the blue mode, it should change to blue, and then you can then continue to test stuff and further customize stuff. If you want to try the top navigation theme, you would just turn it on here and then come back over here and be like, okay, so this is what it would look like if it was a top navigation theme. And then you can further customize all the things, including the login theme. So with the login theme, all you have to do is, select the what you want it to look like, and then further customize and upload your images, etc. You can do custom loading icons and everything like that. Normally do this is you would come in here and you would copy this code, and then you would go to this area here. And aha, see, that's the
saw that you have like the snapshot configurator that you can assign different snapshots to different levels, and that's quite interesting. Like, do you? I also saw that
yeah.
with webhooks already. We have webhooks already.
So we've got a few ways of doing this, and you kind of have to understand a little bit of how the customizer works to get this. But like, this is overwhelmingly, like, there's so much going on. But the idea here is that each one of these button controls one thing. For instance, this is adding buttons into the header. So you can see up here, there's these buttons up here that are added to the header. So these are the header buttons. And then these are the buttons on the contact that we were just talking about that can control tags being added or not. And these are the buttons that go on the dashboard, and the dashboard is right up here. So if we have like get started, that takes you to the launch pad and things like that.
And we can show and hide things, right?
Yeah, and you can show and customize, and here's the launch pad. And the idea here, the idea here is that all these buttons are global, and you can set up groups of locations. So here it says add a new location group. And these groups of locations, you just add the location IDs or the sub-account IDs in here. And then once you've added the IDs in here, you have the same buttons available to customize specifically for those locations. And what I've seen people do is they've actually got hundreds of IDs in these location groups, which isn't very, it's not the best, because you have to have a human come in and update that. So we have 3 extra ways of doing it. The first is you can actually connect it to a SaaS config plan. And we are using this Stripe price ID. And you basically copy that price ID and you put that into here. And so once it has these price IDs in here, anybody that's on that particular plan of the SaaS configurator gets put into this group, and they then get all the customizations of that group. You can also connect it directly to a snapshot. So in that case, you would come over to settings, snapshot, and in here, you can then just copy that snapshot ID. And so everybody that's in this group right here would then get that. So this would be the tele VP. And so that's how you would connect things up like that. And then the last way of doing it is you can actually connect it to a Google Sheet. And that Google Sheet allows you to zap in to that particular Google Sheet. So
Wow. Yeah.
in this case here,
Oh, yes.
thank you. Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you is, okay, so when it comes to translating high level,
Yeah. So, every time we have
that's the idea.
zap it and have all of
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's great.
This is a very nice function,
Yeah, exactly.
Tom. This is a very good function. I like it.
So there you go. So that's how you would translate the login screen. And high level does not let you translate the login screen yet, as far as I know. The next thing is with the customizer. This is this is what the customizer looks like. There's so much in here, it could be overwhelming, but over here you've got a translation button, and you can say enable on entire account. You can enable the translation on just certain things or certain sub accounts, but the easiest way is to select, turn it on, and then select what languages you want to have as your options. And then what you get is inside of high level, you get this translation button, and it then will translate using Google Translate. And it'll translate everywhere that it can, even areas that have already been translated. But because it's Google Translate, it'll recognize if it's already in Spanish, and it won't translate it again, which is good. And the reason why I say that is because you can now, inside of high level, set the language for a location, and then it will translate everything it can to that location or that language. So as an example here, let's turn off the automatic translation, and this should.
Yeah. It takes some time to translate over the platform with Gohighlevel.
Oh, really?
But
It takes a
you
second
have
for
a
it to
dictionary.
turn on.
Sorry.
It doesn't automatically turn on over here.
It takes a while.
I think what's happening is the user can also have a setting, and I'm going to go to my user setting, like my profile, and change mine to the other language as well. And the benefit of doing it this way is because a lot of so one of the limitations with high level translation is that when we translate it using the toolkit, it can't change things that are inside of an iframe. And it's just a technical thing that we aren't able to do. Yeah, here we go. Platform language for myself. So I'll change that to Spanish. And now it'll show this correctly. So what I was trying to show is if I train, yes, we could do the dictionary as well. But like if I translate to Spanish, so you'll see now it says it's all in Spanish over here now. It didn't do anything extra to these because they were already in Spanish, which is great. But if we go to something that would use an iframe, so I think like these, I'll use iframes, And so if I try and, here I'm going to go back to English. Everything in here is English, but it didn't touch this because this is using an iframe.
Gohighlevel, yeah, Gohighlevel iframe.
So it's like an interesting, it's not perfect at all when it comes to translating high level.
Yeah, but you also have the dictionary, right? And Excel.
Yes. So the way the dictionary works is you have an Excel spreadsheet, or you have a Google spreadsheet with your preferred translations for each English.
Do you have like an example for that one?
Sure. You can see this, correct?
Yes.
If you look at the bottom, you'll see we've got language codes down here. And so if we select Spanish and you want to have starred to be marcado, get yex, etc. What you do is you would take this entire spreadsheet, and in the customizer, you would paste it in here, and it would then remove everything and give you just what you need here. And now, if we're on it to sure, but what we're working on is in here under settings, you've got the ability to have brand colors. And what I would prefer is if all you have to do is select your brand colors and then come in here and turn on a theme and have it use your brand colors. The way that you do it right now is if you come over here to where it says inspect, you click on inspect, and then if you highlight the area that you want to change, for instance here, and then you hit escape, it freezes over here. And now you can select and go, okay, so what is, I was looking for the background color. So if I click on that, it copied that background color. And now you can come to here to the theme builder and go to the customize area and paste that in there. And it'll show you this is the color to change here if you're going to change that.
That's beautiful because this is using the search. Okay, good. That's
so that's how you do that. And then the other aspect of it is all of these right here are search things. So if you have an idea of what it's called, you just use the search and it'll give you things. But I agree, it is not very easy to figure out, which is why we have to have these colors here to be your primary thing, because you shouldn't have to find 100 different colors and set them up to be what you want there. So that's the solution that we have coming out. Also, right at the moment, we just launched this where you can now select some of your brand colors from here, so that you could easily select one of those pre-made brand colors, which is cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so for everyone that doesn't know, Tom Bristol, he's like the master of custom JavaScript and modifying the dashboard, and he's the owner of the Marketer's Toolkit.
I had the Marketer's Toolkit for about 2.5 years now, about a year after GHL was created. And it started out because I had my own agency, and we were adapting it for our clients, which are dentists and optometrists. And after a while, I got a lot of people asking in the Facebook group, which is amazing. Like, the Facebook group is the best community ever, and everybody was helping each other out. And so we made a lot of great friends there. And I was constantly trying to tell people how to do things. And I was telling them, go to Fiverr, go to Upwork. It's simple, just do that. And then I realized it wasn't as simple as just doing that. So I then created a group where we could just I could just put all of the solutions in there, because I didn't like the idea of trying to sell individual scripts because like each individual thing, it started all out, it all started with chat widgets. Actually.
Yeah, the chat widgets.
Yeah, the chat widget, the original GHL chat widget really sucked. And so we created the podium style chat widget that GHL has today. And that's what everybody joined the toolkit for originally. They were
But you're also
joining
your agency, right? Like you have your SaaS agency, and
Yeah.
I guess it's super modified for every customer, right?
Yeah.
Do you go for a specific niche, or what's your strategy?
Well, we have a company before the toolkit, and that was Bristol Marketing. And we have 200 plus dentists and optometrists that are part of that agency.
Yeah.
So we're very specific in that niche. But that built up over like 20 years. So that's like, it should be a lot more. Like, I'm not very impressed with that amount for
Yeah.
that amount of time.
And do you serve like other countries? Because you saved me with the translator. You build the Spanish translator when Gohighlevel doesn't have the platform language, and this is still is not too good. It's not too good, the translation, but you
The
make
way
it.
they have it now, right?
Yeah,
It's not that good. Yeah.
I actually tried to pitch some clients in Korean.
Really?
But yeah, so I tried to do the Korean language translated, but unfortunately I couldn't get any any client. Yeah, but yeah, it's actually impressive to have the translation also. Do you serve any non-English clients?
No, I mean, other than people through the toolkit. I mean, we've got plenty of international customers on the toolkit, but in our agency, we don't have. I mean, I don't speak other languages, so it would be difficult to, service a dentist in another country like that.
Where are you based? You're in England or
I'm in Texas, so
Texas?
I originally was in Los Angeles, Pasadena, California, for like my entire life up until COVID. And then COVID happened and we were like, you know what? We need to leave. So we went to Texas, like everybody else.
Yeah, you told me that Bristol was like a small place
Oh,
in
yeah.
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 What is that about? Yeah.
So, yeah, my last name, Bristol, is a seaport in England. And so the logo for our company, can I share my screen?
Yeah. There's like a
Yeah. Yeah. So here we go. Let me know when it's, here we go. So the logo for my company is Bristol Marketing, and that's why we have the ship, because it's the seaport. So it's like ship shape stuff that we do. So this is our agency. It's a classic website SEO agency that just does search engine optimization and things like that for the dentists, etc. And but we're in general really trying to focus on the toolkit because the toolkit is expanding exponentially. Like, just it's a lot smarter to work on that.
yeah.
So let me just set up this. We'll do the window and I'll stay here. So can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So if you'd like, I can give you a quick demo of what the theme builder does and the
Yes.
customizer and give you a little
Please.
walkthrough of some of this here. So if we pull up here, so this is a, okay, so first off, this is our test account for GHL. It's not really built out fully at the moment, but I'm in the preview mode for both the customizer and the theme builder, so I can show you what happens here. So the first thing I want to show you is the theme builder. Now,